In the 70s, we fell in love with a movie named Alien. And boy, was it an ugly alien. But in the 70s, we fell in love with a movie about an alien. Oh, it was ugly. In the 80s, we went to the movies and saw another ugly alien. But on TV, we were falling in love with a cute, furry alien named ALF. Let's look at some of that merchandise from back in the 80s. ALF! Remember ALF? I think at times ALF was more popular than even the ALF television show. Man, but I used to watch it. I can't remember when this show premiered. I was at my friend Boyd's house and I was like, I gotta get home. ALF's coming on tonight. And I can remember he was like, what is ALF? And I was like, you hadn't seen the commercials? You haven't heard about ALF? And I explained to him that it was this little fuzzy creature alien that was coming to live with an American family. Whatever happened to that girl on there? Remember her? She was like the poor man's Justine Bateman. You knew you didn't have a chance with Mallory, Justine Bateman on Family Ties, but with this one, you might have had a chance if you ever got to know her. Whatever happened to her? I never seen her again. She did ALF, and that was it. I don't know. Maybe she's done more stuff, but anyway, let's look at ALF merchandise from way back in the 80s. And they released a lot of ALF merchandise. So we just did the best of them. And you got to see the last one. You got to stay to see the last one. It's crazy. Let's dig into some ALF merchandise. And here's one right here. Yes, I'm a movie star. I don't remember that quote from ALF. I remember with that one quote he used to do, hey Willie. Remember that one? Hey Willie. I don't think that really sounds like him, but he used to say, I think he used to say, hey Willie. And he used to always talk about wanting to eat some. Let's go on to another one here. How about our alarm clock? It's time to wake up with ALF. Oh, what's that noise? It's ALF waking you up with an alarm clock. I don't know if it said anything, but I'm sure it made some kind of alarm, being that it was an alarm clock. And we have an ALF magazine. He had his own magazine. What's it say? Have a hoot and a half with ALF's first magazine. You get this, you think it's his first magazine. It's probably like, oh, they're just feeling their way. They're not going to be this fun yet. But no, you had a hoot and a half. Maybe by a couple more issues when they got their footing a little bit better. Maybe you got a hoot and another full hoot and not a half. I'm not really sure. Perform an ALF party. Man, make a cat you can eat. I made a cat I could eat one time in Clovis, New Mexico, but we won't talk about that because we're moving on here to a IBM game. Yeah, IBM game. Remember, office game for your old computer. How about this? ALF US Geography. I guess ALF goes around the country and tells you about farms and mountains and I don't know, maybe goats. I don't know, really sure. And then we have another one, AddSubtract with ALF. Yeah, ALF is going to teach you math. You want your mom and dad to teach you math. Nope, and furry alien's going to teach you right on their home computer. And how about this right here? ALF Stamps and Color Set. It's not just stamps, it's also a color set. Comes with 4 crayons. Is one of those crayons white? Didn't you hate when you got a white crayon? What am I going to color with that? All the pages I color on are white. Also come with a little box to keep it all in. And then you have ALF Trading Cards, like this one right here. Hey honey, I'm home. I don't know about you. It was always weird when I saw ALF's body. Sometimes he'd show him running around the living room. You see his whole body and you could tell it was a little person, I guess I should say. I can't say midget. People get mad if I say that. So I would never say midget. But remember that? It just seems a little odd. I don't remember that catchphrase. He had one catchphrase I remember. Hey Willie. Remember that one? I remember that one. And how about Mad Magazine with ALF on it? Sure, he had his own magazine, but he also guest starred with Alfred E. Newman in a Mad Magazine. And then we have ALF Goes to Hollywood. Yeah, and you get to color his trip to Hollywood. Come on, ALF, we're going to Hollywood. And then we got ALF candy containers. Little bits of candy inside these little containers. They made a lot of these back in this time period. I remember I did a whole video on Star Wars once. Little heads, you know, it was really those little, kind of like Pez inside. It wasn't really official Pez. It was kind of like that, or kind of remind me of Flintstone aspirins. Remember the, vitamins, I guess. Flintstone vitamins. Remember those? I could eat a whole bucket of them. They still make them. If they do, I guarantee they don't taste the same. And how about an ALF Puzzle? Yeah, you get to see ALF cook up a Thanksgiving dinner. ALF Puzzle. And we also have an ALF Board Game. Yep, an ALF Board Game. Man, look, he has his family back there. You really don't see them much in the merchandise. I don't know. Maybe Willie didn't want to sign merchandise rights. I don't know what happened there. Whatever happened to that girl? Remember that girl? Oh, she was like the poor man Justine Bateman. You know it. I think I said that already. So let's move on here to, Born to Rock. An ALF doll. Something about the dolls never really looked right to me. They were, a little squished. I always see a bunch of these and they just never could get the ALF, on some of them. Some they did okay, but some of them like this, they just look too fat and too small. I don't know. And how about ALF Trading Cards? Inside, what? A boulder balls in baseball. I don't know what that means. Second series, only 25 cents. Try that today. You go buy a deck of trading cards today, just one little deck, be like $7. It won't even mean no damn bubble gum inside with powder all over it. And we have, these were at Wendy's. Remember Wendy's? Well, I guess you remember Wendy's, still around. Wendy's sold ALF toys, and there was 2 of the ones they made. They made more than just 2, but you could pick them up at Wendy's. And how about Puffy Stickers? They're not just stickers. Come on, that's boring. ALF wouldn't release just stickers. They're Puffy Stickers. You can push them in. Sometimes you push them too much, and they get a big dent in it, and the dent never comes out. You know, like I paid 75 cents for this. Remember that? It used to make me so mad. Look at him over there in this UFO. I have that on a shirt. And then we have a cake pan. Happy birthday, kiddo. I don't remember him saying that. I remember one of his catchphrases was hey, Willie. I remember that was one of his catchphrases. And then we have ALF Story Readalong book with a cassette tape. Hey, at least it's not an 8-track, right? There he is, got some headphones on, listening to some jingle jangles, and headed to planet with ALF. ALF Readalong. Let's go back, because I never read along. I had these like the Star Wars ones, and we've done a video on those. I ain't never read along. No. I just look at the pictures and listen along. That's what I did, listen along. And then we have an ALF Telephone. An ALF Telephone. There he is. Who's calling? It's ALF. And how about an ALF Video Game? This is one of those early computer games, IBMs we looked at. We're just going to look at the game here. Look at that. So look, his head's running around. You're trying to catch that cat. Meow. Meow. And how about an ALF Wisecracking doll? Now this doll looks a little better. And it's wisecracking. It's wisecracking. Zoom in on there and see what it says. Be there or be square. Let's go check out the fridge. Now that is some wisecracks right there. And we got ALF Ice Cream. Can you believe it? They made ALF. I almost couldn't get it out. I was so excited. ALF Ice Cream. Hey, jelly and ice cream. Chalk baked too. Chalk backed. The hell's chalk back? I don't know. Hey kids, see backs of packs. It was a foreign country crack. I can't read. And then we have US of ALF. This is ALF all over the country, I guess. Maybe he's in the mountains. Maybe he's in Tupelo, Mississippi. Who knows where you'll find ALF? And then we got another doll. This one's sitting on his UFO. I guess it's supposed to be like a UFO. It's kind of like a spaceship, I guess let's just say. But it's got his face on it. But there we go. ALF. Hey, do you remember what was ALF's real name? Because they just called him ALF, Alien Life Form. What was his real name? Let me know in the comments below. Show me how smart you are. And how about this? Bed sheets of ALF. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed with ALF. Yeah, you can sleep with ALF. And then we've got, speaking of sleeping with ALF, ALF in his PJs. Right there. Well, more of a kid puzzle. Just 25 pieces. I wish there was a puzzle that girl on there, not the mom, or not Mrs. Armani, not Jerry Seinfeld's mom. I'm talking about that teenage girl. Whatever happened to her? She was like the poor man's Justine Bateman. You know, you could... Let's move on. Oh, how about a sleeping bag? First, you could sleep with ALF. Now you can sleep inside ALF. Yeah, an ALF sleeping bag. What does it say? No problem. And we got an ALF air freshener for your car. I don't know who. I guess this is for adults because kids wasn't putting this in their car. You don't buy an air freshener for a damn bicycle. Sorry, you just don't. Maybe you can buy it and stick it down in your skate or something so your skates don't stink. I don't know. But there you go, an air freshener. And how about a TV tray? I've done a whole video on TV trays. Yes, I have. And we talked about it there. We'll talk about it again. There's ALF in his suit. Doesn't he look cool? And we got an ALF lunchbox. And look at all those goodies he's eating on his lunchbox. An ALF lunchbox. And let's be honest, even if you're an ALF fan, this was a fat, chubby kid who took this to school. There was no way a skinny kid, or at least a popular kid, was taking this to school. It just wasn't happening. And we have an ALF, I don't know, some kind of sign says ALF for president. It's just weird looking. I don't know about that one. And then we've got windsock. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a kite. You'll tell me in the comments what it is. You don't have to. Nobody cares because it's a damn windsock. And then we have an ALF pencil top. Where's that pencil going is what I want to know. Boo! ALF pencil top. And then we have a mug. Why do mugs always have a little hole at the bottom of it? Why? Somebody let me know. Why every little mug like that has a little hole at the bottom of it? What gives? Now that you can let me know in the comments below. And then we have a mug ALF trash can. Yeah, I done a whole video on trash cans also. And there's an ALF. He's got a lot of paperwork. He's busy. He's a busy alien. And how about some keychains? What does it say? Rock and roll alien? There he is, rocking out with his cock out. And I'm entitled to be grumpy. Hey, ALF, you're not Garfield. Sure is Monday. Try to make him into Garfield. ALF's better than that. Man, the only quote I remember ALF saying was, "Hey, Willie." Remember that one? Hey, Willie. I think it was ALF that said that. Maybe it was that girl in there. What happened to that girl? She was like the poor man's Justine Bateman. And then we have, a duffel bag. You want to kill ALF and hide him? Put him in this. ALF's duffel bag. There you go. A lot of fun. But we're not done yet because we got ALF stickers. These aren't puffy stickers. These are just regular stickers. But boy, are they fun. Look at them. Hey, two of them's the same. That's a ripoff. That's like 35 cents down the drain. And then we've got an ALF watch. This ain't no swatch. It's just a regular ALF watch. And what about figures? Figures. Coleco, I think maybe these came out in the late 80s right here. I think these were more based on the cartoon. But who knows? Who knows? You think the guy making a video about it would know all about it and tell you all about it. But no, it's not based on the TV show. I know because there's no dad, there's no mom, there's no... I don't know, that kid that lived next door would come over and knew about ALF sometimes. I think he was in a later series when there was losing ratings and they had to try something. They always bring somebody into the show when the show's losing ratings. And then it had that little boy that passed away, sadly. I heard he passed away. R.I.P. little dude. Brian maybe was his name. Then it had that girl. I don't know. I call her Jennifer. I don't remember what her name was. Remember her? She was like the poor man's Justine Bateman. He didn't have a shot with Justine Bateman. That was out of the question. I don't care who you were. But, well, this maybe was Michael J. Fox. Maybe he would have had a shot with her. But anybody else wasn't. But this girl, she could have had a shot with it, probably. Then we have Cooking with ALF. Looks like he got a Hitler mustache, so we're going to move on and not talk anymore about this one ever again. And how about this? ALF. What is this? Oh, IBM Game. This is the one, we saw a picture of the game earlier. That's the box to it. ALF. Somehow they were supposed to be right next to each other when I'm looking through these pictures, but I screwed up, okay? I screwed up, okay? But I got the worst one. I got the craziest one. I told you the last one was going to be a crazy one. So let's get into this. You want to sit on ALF? I know you girls out there, you're like, I like to sit on that big nose he's got. Well, we're not talking about that. We're not perverts here. So let's look at this ALF chair. ALF Inflatable Chair. Look at this thing. Look at 107, I don't know, some kind of other foreign size. I don't know what it is, but look at this thing. It looks like a big overgrown rat. It is huge. I mean, look how big it is. It takes forever to blow this thing up. Give it to your mom. Your dad to be over there saying, I hadn't seen your mom blow anything that much since we were in college. But there you go. ALF Inflatable Chair. Yep, that's all the ALF merchandise. Believe it or not, a lot of ALF merchandise. Probably did a part 2, but you probably don't want to see that. I'm going to go wash some ALF. Yeah. Then I'm going to get on Google, and I'm going to try to figure out what happened to that girl. Remember that girl in ALF? She was like a poor man's Justine Bateman. I'm going to have to Google her. I wonder if she was kind of like that ugly hot. You know what I'm talking about? She wasn't hot. She wasn't ugly. She was just kind of strange hot. it was just kind of weird. I don't know, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Back in 1987, a couple of times, maybe I couldn't find a picture of Justine Bateman. Maybe Family Ties wasn't on, and it was late at night. I was the only one at home, so I saw her, and that's still in my spank bank.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.